Come on. All right, ready? Go. Go. Good. Here we go. Come on, make good passes. See now right there, that's not a good pass. Get it done. You want to shoot ton of legs. All right, switch sides. Just when they're starting to get comfortable, get them out of their comfort zone and switch up. Switch up. Ready? Go. Come on, let's go. All right, pass and follow the pass. All right, let's go. Go. All right. Last ball. Here we go. Two balls together. Get the elbow, Carly. Elbow. Elbow. Don't go too soon. All right, very good. Okay, stop. All right. Next drill is a Texas two-step. Two lines, get 3 basketballs in each line. First person in one line without a ball. Let's run. Let's hustle. Okay, right now we're not running fast. Now we're going to be on the baseline. On the baseline. On the baseline. All right, we're going to start. Now this drill can take place anywhere you want shots to start. Right now we want our shots to start on the baseline. So we're going to start on the baseline and then we'll work our way up the wing. So it works best if you have about 6 basketballs. The first person in one line does not have a ball. Now, we can do it where she just trots across the lane, doesn't care, you know, oh, I'm straight to be here. Or we can do it right. Now, do it right, she's going to sprint, not run fast, she's going to sprint to the midline, there to the rim line, and then deep cut hard to the ball and step bounce high. If they don't sprint, we'll find something else to do. Ready? Sprint. Okay? Good. Step out high. Good. Sprint. And we're not going to give you the ball until they're set. Okay? Until they're set. 10 fingers in the air. Ask for it. Okay? Here we go. Come on. Get a ball shot. Get a ball shot. Here we go. Come on. Sprinting. Sprinting. As soon as you pass, you're sprinting. As soon as you pass, you're sprinting. Second phase where we just simply move the line up, and again, we're going to make a hard recut in the lane, sprint, plant the inside foot at the midline, and come over and get this pass. All right, here we go. Ready? Go. Now, you should time your drills, and there should be a quantitative number, some kind of number, and you want them to achieve in a certain amount of time. Of course, it's going to help. Keep going. Now, I'm pretty proud of our players because they've learned something that we want them to learn on day one. It's subtle, but it's really important. When they come across the line, I want you to watch their footwork. Now, back in the day, this is not necessarily the wrong way, but back in the day, we would catch. We would plant the inside foot like this, and we would square up like that. Okay? That's great. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what we want our players to do is as the ball is actually coming to them, They are catching and squaring in the air and going off both, landing on both feet and going off both feet. So this way, they haven't given up the pivot foot. They haven't shown their pivot foot. The defense has no idea what their pivot foot is because they really don't know that. And they're much more effective. So they're going to catch off the 2 feet and go off the 2 feet. Now this is a little bit more advanced, but if your players will catch the ball in their shooting pocket, which is right here, they can catch and square in the air, land on both feet, and go up. And almost every player on our team can do this. All right, here we go. Go. Here we go. Come on, move balls quickly. Move balls quickly. Get out on the arc now. Now we're going to push it out a little further so that when they catch the pass, they're shooting a 3. We shoot a ton of 3s. All right? I don't know what your philosophy is, but we're going to shoot a lot of 3s. We're just going to. We've got a lot of kids that can shoot them, so we practice them every day. We practice them a lot. Here we go. Go. Come on, touch feet. Go, touch feet. What should I say? There, go. It's smart. Let's go. That way, Bob. Hold hands, pocket. Get out there. Come on, let's go. Get to the midline. Get to the midline. Stop the midline, get to the midline. The midline. There we go. Midline. Good. Midline. All right. Next one. Basketball's in the corner. Basketball's in the corner. Give me a player. Actually, if basketball's in the basket, give me a player in the corner there. Player at the top of the key, player in the opposite corner. You're going to pass the ball, you pass up the shoot. Just one. Now this is not a really good team drill, and you can supervise it, and they get a lot out of it if they do it right. You can go through your ball first. You can go either way. All right, it doesn't really matter which way you start. So Alex is going to come in, all right, and she's going to simulate a rebound, toss it up, all right, get it just to start the drill, and she's going to pass it to Dan. Now, again, little thing, big thing. Your wrist going to be okay? Terrific. Paying a lot for that wrist. All right, now, when she catches the ball, we want her shooting hand directly behind the ball. All right? So when I throw it to her, she's going to have to move and get her shooting hand behind the ball. Okay, back to me. Okay, again, shooting hand behind the ball. That one's a little tougher, coach. Shooting hand behind the ball. All right, ready to shoot every single time on the catch. I think we really neglect the whole catching thing because it's basically, if they don't catch it right, how they're going to shoot it. Also, we want her to be able to find a seam. I think kids can shoot better if their middle finger is on the seam of the ball. So if she can find a seam on the pass, that's great. Okay, again, one more time. Find a seam and just flip it out the finger like you're going to shoot. Good, all right? So when she catches, she's going to come through in the chin. She's going to stop thinking, take 2 dribbles uphill with her left hand. We're not going to show it this way, are we? Correct. All right? Kelsey's going to misdirect her man because she's not going to stand still while that's going on. And she's going to come to the ball, catch it square in the air, and she's also going to stop taking. Then Al is going to be dragging up on the dribble. When the dribble comes to her, then she's going to drag down, ask for it, and shoot. So everybody's doing what we want to do. We couldn't just do it like this. Here, just throw it to Danny, just spin it, and then throw it here, and then toss it over there. I don't know about you as a coach that's driving you through. Because you're wasting time. You are wasting time. Don't like wasting that. I mean, why would you want them to do that? Don't allow them to not do things game one. On the right way. All right, get a point. Get a point. All right, ready? Here we go. Toss, pass for it, ball. Shot fake, good. Shot fake, good. Time it, and shot. Here we go. Come on out. Good. Hey, we're not talking. Start talking about. Maybe Chris talk during practice. We're not talking. Hold on until they figure it out. Let's go. Here we go. That's good. Start talking. Start talking. Go. Here we go. Good. Here we go. Good. Because which I would have done in the old days. This is what I'm going to say to them. All right, wait a minute. We had a situation like this the other day. We had an early practice. I don't mean early morning, it was an early ending. Okay? Now, see now, I told them my expectation, I would raise my voice, I'll have a headache. Get mad at me. All right? And now the onus is on them. All right, here we go. Ready? Go. Dribble off the line. Five. Four. Shot it. Five. We don't have to see it three. We're not warmed up. Here we go. Let's go. Come back. Coaches, you want somebody better than you. Of course, that's pretty easy for me to find. But Steve is the best there is, and you will learn more from him in 15 minutes than I think anybody else out there. So, Coach Cochran, tell you.
Thank you. Okay, so what we try to do, we get an hour every day for defense, okay? So we spend 15 minutes a day where we're going to do fundamentals. Brittany, you ready to start with the line, basic fundamentals? Okay, let's go. She's going to set you guys up. Like Coach was talking about, defense is over the years changed, right? When we get into drills, you'll see what we try to do is keep the ball on one side of the floor, and we try to force everything towards the corner. So what she's going to work on right now is some simple closeout drills, and we're going to do that every day. Okay? And then what I'm going to try to do in the next 15 minutes is give you a ton of drills that you can take back to your practice. I don't care what grade you're working with, you'll be able to use all of these drills in your practice. Okay? We'll try to get about 6 or 7. Get some transition drills, a lot of half-court stuff that you're going to be able to work on. Go ahead, Greg. Philosophy days you can take back to your team with. And this is just an easy one-on-one drill, and we call it guard your guard. Okay? So what's got to happen here is Shelby's guarding Maystead. Maystead's got to drive the ball between the X's. Okay? In our defensive philosophy, we don't want any straight line drives. You cannot get these straight line drives. So Shelby's going to try to force her to drive it outside the lane. If she does, it's a turnover. When we're guarding the ball on top, we're squared up. Okay? Totally squared up. That's the only time we really guard the kids straight out as far as my shoulders, everything's square. Any other time, like I said, we're trying to push it towards the sideline and keep it on the sideline. But just real simple, Shelby's got the ball, she'll hand it to Maystead, and just go 5 feet since we're not loose. And they're guarding, they're playing one-on-one here. Maystead gets 3 dribbles trying to get to the rim. Okay? So it's a one-on-one game. As soon as that, she got to rebound, Shelby got to stop. We rotate from offense to defense at the end of the line. And we do that pretty quick. Okay? Now, Shelby play D again. Maystead play offense. Dan Schaefer come out here. Be on offense. Maystead be on defense. Oh, my bad. Come out here, Madeline. Okay. So, our philosophy is we're in the gaps. How many of you guys have heard kind of the pack line from the old days where you're not out denying? They kind of changed it instead of the pack line. It's now called gap defense. So rather than being up here denying this pass like the old days when we're one pass away, I'm way out here denying. Our philosophy is I'm going to be in the gap, and then if Maystead drove it, her responsibility is she's got to come in the gap, she's going to stop the ball. Okay? Pass is made, she's going to close out, and again, once this ball is passed here, our philosophy is my top foot's above her top foot. Okay? So my top foot's got to be above hers, I'm arm's distance away, and I'm trying to push her to that point. Okay? Now, if Danny put it on the floor and went, I got to have my big push step here, and I'm trying to cut her off basically where that blue line is. So as Danny drove it, we're trying to get out in front, forcing her to pick up that dribble. If she does, now we are in a situation where we're going to deny out. Okay? So once we heard dead, then I'm going to be able to be in position to deny it. So this is the drill we do again. Start on the top, and it's a simple 2-on-2. Okay? Pass big. She helps. Okay? Now they're playing live right here. Okay? Hang on 1 second. If Danny is able to beat her, she goes ahead and tries to take it to the basket. Okay? If she's able to cut her off, okay, dead ball, Shelby Miller, who's here in the gap, her player goes over, now I'm stepping out to try to deny it. Okay? Give me offense, defense over there. Carly, be on defense, Ellie, be on offense. Now, simple drill we go to next, and where are we going to go through this 5 speed? But we talk about rotations and taking a charge. We rotate a lot, okay? We rotate a lot. So what's going to happen here is we're going to walk through this. We call it Ranger drill, okay? Maystead's going to throw it to the wing, okay? Again, now in this drill, we let this kid get beat. I don't like letting them get beat, but in this situation, I'm going to. Ellen Foster, who's guarding, who's way over here, Carly's guarding her. As the ball's driven hard, she sees that we're beat. She's going to come over here. She's got to stop the ball outside the lane. Madeline's chaser. This is how we take the charge. She's going to take that ball, put it right in her belly. Carly's going to take the charge. Now, what's going to happen is we're playing it live from this point. So if this ball is passed out to the top, we're rotating. If I pass it, come back, Shelby. If I pass it here, okay, she's going to take that pass. Harky is sprinting here into the back, and Carly had to get off the floor, and now she's playing inside. Okay, so we're in a situation. Let's do that again a little bit quicker. So Carly's got to get there, stop the ball outside the lane. Once that happens, now we're playing live. So Shelby's going, gets in the gap, and again, we're playing live. Okay, stop. Good. Okay. Dan going that corner. Carlos, come up here, please. Foster's over there. And Doug, get in this corner. Okay, now, good ball. Next drill I'd like to do, again, we're going to rotate here, set up championship drill. Madeline, right here. Okay, here's Shelby, right there. And you be the fourth. Okay, so now we're going to set this up so that we got to close out. Okay, so if you as a coach, you roll the ball here, she's got to go close out. Okay, that pass is made, she starts rotating, pass is made, we're all closing out, and they got to jump into their positions. Now, Rita's going to go, and the way we want to do this is, Rita's going to go here, and again, she's going to let her beat her. Okay, so now the ball's driven, it's Arky's got to go down here, Rita's chasing, okay? No. And we're in this position again, okay? Now wherever the pass went, depending on where it went, if she was able to take it, throw it all the way here, Shelby Miller's got to go, we'll rotate, Mason's here in the gap, and these two guys can jump weak side. Once that happens, it's a live drill. Take it back to where we had Doug on the baseline. So, our philosophy is, it's the closest kid goes and gets the ball. So if Doug turns threw it out to here, Mason's going, Shelby's rotating into the gap, and then again, we're playing that live. Okay? And it's a real quick drill that we go through every day. Millie, come out here as a post and stay opposite the ball. Rita, your guard, failure, and we'll go here. Okay, start the ball in that corner. Now, there's two ways we feel like we can play this. I don't know, depending on what level you guys are coaching at. We're saying right now, pass the ball around, we got to jump in the back, same action happens. Okay? Really stay opposite the ball. Opposite. Okay? So right now, this big post player is opposite the ball. So the way we're going to rotate now is when that happens, look at his feet. Our post is coming over here, and we're trapping hard. Okay? We're going to trap that hard. If Hilliard was here, her job is to be on the inside of this. Okay? Shot goes up, she's got to be really physical to box this kid out. Okay? Same thing happens though. Shelby Miller's here, she's there, the ball's passed out. We are running and rotating to different spots. Okay? And it's live action. It's live action once we make a trap here. Come over here, Alex, to the ball side. Okay, so now again, ball's passed. Now this is the big thing that you guys have to decide as coaches how you want to do this. Last year, when we played this way, if she got feet in the corner, go Jordan. Last year our philosophy was we're just going to stay with this post play. Okay, we're going to stay and not let them throw the ball to that post. And this kid went in from the weak side. We stopped it outside the lane, these two kids rotate. Okay? So that was our philosophy last year. This year, go back. This year, we're changing a little bit and saying, okay, when that ball's driven, Rita's going to go, Shelby is rotating over, okay? Our Madeline Harkey would rotate over here if you were guarding Schaefer. She's denying that hard, Shelby's dropping here, and again, now the ball got passed out, okay? Again, we're rotating out of it, okay? We are rotating. You got to make that decision how you want to rotate. We felt like we're making that change this year because we got feet on that backside board, I felt like last year, okay? We're going to just show you a couple other things. Transition that we do, just some transition drills to give you an idea of how we defend this stuff. So give me 5 reds on the baseline, 5 white. And we're only going to go through this 5 speed. Come on up here. Let's go 5 whites, give me 1 more. Okay. Now, we call this 5-on-5 touch. Okay? So you as a coach can decide what your transition philosophy is. I think in that packet, Kevin Easton talks about what they do as an assistant. He sends his 1, 2, and 3 player back on his shot. Okay? His team's on offense, shot is made, they send their 1, 2, and 3 back. Our philosophy is we're going to send our 1 and 2 back every time. The way we say it is, if you're our 2 guard, you know your responsibility is to sprint back in the hole. Okay? We call the hole that area right under the rim, and I want him that far. Okay? Our point guards will sprint back to that white volleyball line. Once she gets there, she's going to turn and find the ball. And then she's going to put a lot of pressure on the ball, try to turn it. Okay? So these other kids are sprinting back. So you're going to call one of your kids' names right now. Let's say if I throw this ball to Sheldon Miller, and I yell Carly. Carly's got to run and touch that line, and the red team's sprinting the floor, and they're going to run their transition offense. Okay? Okay, better walk through it. Okay, now stop. Once we get to this end, if the red team scored, the white team's going to take the ball out of bounds, and they're going to come back and run what we call our shotgun break. Okay, it's live action. If they got to stop, they come back and they run their transition offense off of this. So we do 2 different things, okay? But they know right here, Shelby knows it's her responsibility that she's got to stop this ball. We call that our ball stop, okay? She's got to stop the ball. That 2 guard, they said, right there is in the hole, number 44. But once she sees her teammates are back, she's going to come back, guard and play. Okay, so she's coming out of the hole, she's getting in the gap, and we're going live that way. Okay? It's a good way for our transition drill. You guys understand how we do that one? Fairly simple. Alright, now let's set up our disadvantage drill where we got offense here. Okay, going that way. So we got a kid here, 2 kids at the hashes, 2 kids at the blocks, and then we got Carly, you be on the baseline. Really on that baseline out here. Al, if you can get to the back, the dog will be right here. Al, here. Okay, so this is a pretty hard disadvantage drill. Danny, I'm going to get you on the scene. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the ball to somebody on the red team. Okay, so basically I'm going to throw the ball to anybody on the red team. They're taking off going that way. They got the advantage. And then the white team's got to sprint back. Same situation. We got to sprint back, stop the ball, play deep, and then we'll go live. So just show them how it's worked. Ready? 5 feet. Go. Okay, so they're talking right now. Al's got to be yelling, I got ball. We're running down the floor, we got to score. Now she scored it, so we go live back at her. Okay? So we'd be running our shot and come break back. Come on. And then it'd be live action at this end. So what we like to do is let them go down, come back, and then talk to them, correct any mistakes we might have. Okay? And last transition thing we're going to do real quick. I want that single file line. So I'm red, you be first, then a white player, then red, and so forth. I'm going to show you 2 others and then see if any of them work for you. So what happens is you got a whistle, they're putting the ball up. Okay? Let's have my whistle right now. Then Harvey knows her team's on offense, and they're turning and going in transition. The white team's got to play. They've got to stop the ball. We've got to get in the hole, and then we're going to go ahead and play it from there. Again, they're pushing it as hard as they can. We've got to go back, stop the ball, and then it's going to go live once we get down here. If they shoot through this, we'll run a transition break back. If they score, we'll run a shotgun. Last one, let's go down here. Now this is a pretty hard drill. Set up change drill. So we do this, let's say we got the white team 4 out, 1 in, I don't care if you get up here on top, go in that corner, Carly. Okay, so when this happens, the white team's running offense. They can basically do whatever they want. They're passing the ball around the perimeter. Go. As long as it's going, keep going. If I blow my whistle, what happens is the offense got to put the ball on the floor, okay? And they got to, hey, we're going full. We're going to go full. So what happens is, Al cannot So she's pushing it, okay? Here we go. Al's saying, hey, I got the ball. Danny Schaefer was in the hole. She rotated out here to Shelbyville, okay? And then we're going to play it live from that point, okay? It's a pretty good drill. We do the same drill and we do it in a half-court situation. So you're playing half-court, hustle down here. Let's show them how we do it half-court real quick. Same exact concept. You're playing the gas, you're playing defense. Let's go. Pass ball, move it. I blow my whistle. Same thing. They got to sprint, put one foot in the paint, and then they got to be guarding somebody else. So Al's got the ball. We tell them, hey, first thing we got to do is guard the ball, right? That's the most important thing. So somebody's got to get the ball. The next most important thing is somebody's got to get to the hole. Okay? We got to guard the hole, we got to guard that post player, and then we're matching up from there. And they got to really talk. It takes a while for them to get that drill. Okay? It takes a long time to get it. One more thing I'm going to show you is our philosophy. I tell the kids all the time, if we get beat by a post player in a game, it's my fault. Okay? Because I'm not going to let a post player beat me. We played a kid last year from Georgia that was 6'8", okay? 6'8" girl, biggest girl I've ever seen. When we played them down there, they beat us, I would say 85, 82. We did a pretty good job on that kid. We didn't guard the other kids very well. But when we played them in the conference tournament, we beat them 56, 55, okay? And we were probably the best team in the league as far as defending that post. How many of you guys are playing teams nowadays that go like 1-2-2 man offense? Anybody do that anymore? Okay, everybody going 4-out-1 anymore? But let me show you what we do. So let's say we're set up, red, wolf over the block, we visit the block. Come up here, Shelby. Okay, so again, our philosophy, I try to keep it real simple for them. Okay? And let's say we is that 6'5" post player dominating post. So our philosophy is this. Ball's passed, Shelby, go to that weak side corner, please. And let's say Wolf comes flashed up here, and Jordan Douglas, our forward player. Okay? So what our philosophy is we're going to make it impossible for that 5 player to beat us. So in this, it's really simple, is ball's passed, Billiard's going to drop behind, and we are coming really hard here on a hard double. Now, we'll do this, we can get it to almost probably about 5 or 6 people in our league. This kid used to be in a score. Her philosophy is I'm going to score. The kid we did this to at Southern Indiana scored about 22, 23 points a game. Against us last year, she had 2, and she was going crazy. She was yelling at her teammates, whatever. Because she didn't get to score. We're forcing the ball out of her hands. Alex's job here is she cannot let Rita turn towards the baseline. And as the ball, she tries to turn and pass out. Duggar is here, really active. This kid's only responsibility is she's denying the ball back to this kid because it's an easy pass out for her. So Carly knows he cannot go back here. And simple as this is, we tell the kids on the back side, we got an eye. Al's underneath the basket, and Danny Schaefer's right here. Okay? So the logical pass would be to here. If she makes that pass, here comes Danny Schaefer, guard. Okay? Billiard's back. And now Jordan Butler is here to the side. Okay? Let's say the ball gets reversed. Let's go. Reverse it. Go get it, Leah. Move around, go to Shelby. Okay? Ball comes in. Again, we got her coming in Dublin, and these kids know that they're on that eye. Okay? The biggest thing you're going to do is the dot eye to get a kid to come up here on top. But it's the most important spot other than right in the hole. Okay, you always got to have that hole covered. We always take care of the high post. Okay? As we get further along in the thing, and Coach Ellis shows you his ball screen offense and stuff, we'll talk about how we guard ball screens, which is a little different. Okay? Here you go, Coach.
The best assistant coach in the country, probably the best coach in the country, and certainly somebody who's forgotten more basketball than I know. All right, we're gonna, while the girls are getting their legs back, Where are you going to go? Talk quickly about halftime. Halftime is the time to speak in headlines, not in paragraphs. And I think that and zone offense as a young coach are two of the things that are critical in your development, your team's development, and your development as a coach also. Give your team a few minutes before you address them. If you have leaders, and trust me, you'll know who they are at halftime if you let them talk first. So before you go in, and you're probably going to be concerned, you might be angry, whatever, let your leaders talk to your team. Hopefully they will. I know that Rita and Sheldon and Al, and hopefully by now Jordan and Alex will emerge at this time. They will step up and they will talk to the team about what needs to be done. So your leaders will emerge. Convene with your assistant coaches while you leave your team alone. A lot of times they will see something you don't see, and they will need to say something to the team also. And I always let our assistants talk before I do. I'm the last one to talk because I need time to collect my thoughts. Again, keep your emotions under control. That's sometimes hard to do regardless of the level of your coaching. Address the foul situation. Know who's in foul trouble on your team and know who's in foul trouble on their team. And you might want to attack that kid right away. That kid has 3 fouls and you're starting the second half. I don't know about you, but if that kid's good, I'm going right at that kid right away. I'm designing a play to go right at that kid right away. I want her out. All right? First 4 or 5 minutes of the second half are critical. We tell our players that's when games are won or lost. If you're ahead, work on maintaining your lead and increasing it. If you're behind by a little bit, get a play that's going to get your best share of the ball so you can get some momentum. If you're behind by a lot, chip away in the first 4 or 5 minutes. And have a definite warm-up strategy. Don't just walk out on the court and toss up some nonchalant shots. Have a system in place that they're going to do when they come out. Our players will come out of the locker room, they will run out on the floor, and they will go into a definite halftime warm-up. And we're going to show you that right now, but this is also what we do at practice about every single day. All right. Now notice, unless it is a biological emergency, okay, they don't get to leave the floor ever. So, unless they have to go to the bathroom, okay, and they know, they don't leave the floor. All water, towels, med kit, everything is on the court. They are not leaving the gym once they step in, unless they have to run to the bathroom. If I coach a Little League program, they're not leaving the floor. They're going to have water bottles. We give them plenty of water. They drink every 20 seconds. Sorry, 4-line motion. That's 7. Okay. Now, this is the best drill that I've ever seen. It's the best drill I've ever used. And the kids love it, and it's part of our offensive scheme, and it gets everything done that we want to do on offense in one fell swoop. All right. Basketballs are lined up over here. We might need 6. 2 more. Thanks. These are our passing lines. These are our screening and cutting lines. So the coaches can see, can we put the balls over there on the other side of the court? Very good. Okay. All right. This is our screener. This is our cutter. These are our passes. Our screener will sprint at a 45-degree angle between the first and second hash mark and set up her screen just like this. Okay? She will set up just like this. Our cutter will walk her man into, or misdirect her man the way she does not want to go, and turn and sprint shoulder to shoulder off that screen and catch that pass right there on a straight cut. Hang on, Alex. Yes. Our screener is always our second cutter. We tell our players, the screener is always the second cutter, and the screener is always open. That means that they need to look for her. She will flash the ball, the low man gets the low ball, the high man gets the high ball. All right, ready? Here we go. Bust it out. Good. Call her name. Screener calls the name, cutter calls the cut. Come on, sprint. Sprint, let's go. Let's go. Get your legs back, get your legs So everything remains the same away from the ball. On the ball side, the screener again is going to screen exactly where we want her to screen. And you'll see the reason for this in a second. All right? Our cutter's going to set up a man. Now, we tell our players, when the defender is on your butt, why ever would you go out there when you can do this? Curl. So if she feels the screener is on her tail, she's going to curl the hoop. Again, the low man gets the low ball, the high man gets the high ball. Give me about 5 more minutes on the clock here. Here we go. Let's go. Go. Hard. Curl. Curl. Second contact, so we don't have to stop. Sprint. 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 Line up. Make sure. Next to it. Come on, next to it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Get a lot of shots off. Get a lot of communication. A lot of movement. A lot of movement. Also, if you are in the process of deciding who's going to make your team, or who's going to be on your varsity or whatever, this is a great time to see who needs following and who doesn't. Our next screen is going to be the same. It's going to be a down screen, but the cut is going to change. And we tell our players that when they are making a straight cut, shoulders parallel to 45 degrees support. They are making a straight cut. If they can see their teammates' nose holes, cut back. Okay? Back again. Now, the reason we say nose holes is because if she can see Haley's nose holes, that means I had to jump over the screen. Because I'm getting tired of coach yelling at me that I'm not in position. I keep getting hung up. So I'm going to step over, right? When she steps over, see ya. Low man gets the low ball, high man gets the high ball. Here we go. Go. And go. Good. And they're literally going to swim through on the cut. Here we go. Ready? Nose hole. Hard to go on the screen. Come on, Allie, get low. Get low, get low. And cut back. Good. Good. Here we go. And nose hole. Cut back. Come on. Good. And nose hole. Cut back. Good. Come on, here we go. Here we go. Good. With a back cut. Now, we're going to back the screen. I'm sorry, next segment is a flare screen with a flare cut. If Allie, raise your hand, Allie. Okay. If Allie reads, I'm guarding Allie, that her man has gone ball side of the screen. There's the ball, there's the screen. I'm in ball side. The reason I'm in ball side is coach told me to be in help. I'm going to be in help. I'm 2 passes away on my defense. I got to be in help. Allie's going to be really smart. If she straight cuts, I'm going to beat her in the spot. If she flares, she's going to run up to Madeline, not yet, and yell flare and touch her. Flare. Madeline is then going to headhunt me and make contact. Now this is locked in. This is a key point. If you are passing the ball to a flare screen cutter, you've got to carry the ball in dribble. You got to carry it over. Because if you attempt to make a lob, it's going to get deflected or worse, stolen. So if you are passing the ball to a flare screener, you got to carry it over on the dribble. After Madeline has seen Danny put the ball on the floor, she knows that the screener is expecting cutter. She knows the screener is always open. She's going to slip to the ball and score. All right, here we go. Flare.